Hey, what up, man? Let's go.
Back with another Tuesday, man. These things come back fast.
Yeah, man. We were talking about it earlier. Like Tuesdays aren't important at all, but like they just keep popping up like pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't know if you can have like a more of like a irrelevant day of the week, man. Terrible, man. These things keep popping up. Like you don't ever. I never noticed how like terrible Tuesdays were, or like not even terrible, man. Just like irrelevant they were until like we started this whole Tuesday.
They say that about kids too, which we'll get to later about like parenting with like terrible twos. Is
Oh
that
yeah,
it? Yeah, it kind of goes with terrible Tuesdays as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Except for kids, terrible every day.
Yeah, my last name's Monday, and I always thought that was the worst day of the week. And then I changed like through middle school, saying like, "Yeah, that's the best day of the week,
Uh,
Mondays."
Monday sucked too, for sure.
Yeah. So, how was your past week, man?
Just busy, man, with the coaching and getting my son back to back to speed with his ankle. He messed his ankle up, so getting him back to speed. School, work, my other job. I got two jobs, man. It's terrible, man. Being an adult sucks. Being an adult sucks, but hey, man, we made it through the week and we won. We won the day on every single day of those days, so I ain't got too much to complain about.
I actually have a tattoo that says "Win the Day" on my arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the team name called?
So they do. This league does Pennsylvania colleges. So I'm Villanova. Lit.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. We played St. Joe's tonight. Played St.
I knew
Joe's.
you weren't going to pick Penn State.
Well, we
Actually.
didn't pick. We didn't pick team names. We were
Oh,
given. We were given our team name. There's not even a Penn State in the. It's a good point. I'm guessing there's not even a Penn State in the league. It's 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 Villanova. It's Philly. I'm guessing actually. Not a, it's Philly region. So it's Villanova, St. Joe's, LaSalle, Temple. There's- Yeah,
got
there's only four teams in this division. So yeah.
Okay, so our guest for this week, I believe, actually went to St. Joe's at one point,
Oh, there you
and
go.
I'd like to bring her on here to get her input and to welcome her to the show.
Let's go. The one and the only.
Hey
Erika
guys,
Carl.
Erika, let's go.
How you doing, Erica?
I'm good. And I know like you guys were hating on Tuesdays, but I mean there is a whole song that goes, "It's going up on a
Oh
Tuesday."
my!
And Jimmy Buffett had a song
and
called
and
Oh,
and
"Come
$2
Come
Tuesdays.
Mondays,"
$2
but everybody
Tuesdays.
was like, "That's kind of weird."
Forgot
Yeah.
about that
But
one.
no
$2
offense, Brendan,
Tuesdays.
Mondays suck. Like you never wear a new outfit on a Monday. If you take off work, you take off a Monday so the weekend's longer.
Yeah, for
Monday's
sure.
just bad.
Everybody avoids Mondays.
Yeah, everybody should be thankful for me and my family for
Oh
giving you
Lord.
that
Okay.
that
Yeah, thank
extra
you.
third day off. Yeah.
Thank you so
So
much.
bow down.
So what's
Uh,
up? What's up, Erica? Long time no see. You know we all. It's
I know.
another class
We
2010
haven't had our
graduate.
yearly meeting yet. Our
I
once
know
a year meeting.
you haven't
I
aged,
see you
Erica.
and Zach McLean once a year.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, yeah. That can't wait till he's on air, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, so how have you been? How's the career going? How's the kids, the home, family?
Um, it's good. Third kid kind of put us over the edge, so
Yeah,
we're,
third kid,
I mean, he's
congratulations.
great, but that's the
when's
house is
for?
fully rounded out now. All rooms are full, so we're good.
Hey, we're good. Ain't no more. Everybody
Yeah,
always says that. You'll be buying another house in like 3 years when the last one comes.
no,
It's always the unexpected
no,
one has to come. They're all
no, no,
nah.
thank
All
you.
right, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
We're gonna get to that soon because I think there's big things coming in the Carl household. But
Benjamin, I
Do you
know.
know something I
Built,
don't know?
we built.
I,
Anthony
I
built a
just
room in
think
two
there's big
years.
things coming. Yeah. Um. So Erica's here, Dee's here, I'm here. We're just gonna get right into it. Let's run through it. news of the past week. So what you may not know, so I'll explain it real quick, but I know for a fact there's people that do know, is there is a dude who quit his job, like a corporate job.
Yeah.
I don't know his exact name. I should look it up, but I don't care. Is sailing from Oregon to Hawaii in a sailboat, and he doesn't even like know boats or nothing with his cat, whose name is Phoenix. And so he's going viral, and it's called Sailing with Phoenix. And like the whole boat's going like this, like through like all this stuff. Like, I don't know if he's gonna live, to be honest, but
Every
like,
year.
what do you think about it? It's been like 20 days. He's not there. Like, what the hell? I saw him on CNN, Fox News, like all this stuff. And I'm like, how's he even doing that out there?
Yeah, Erica, what do you think about that? Like, if you
Darius, have you ever heard about this story?
have,
No.
all right, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hear anything about.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if this is a real story.
Because this is what I'm going to say
Making up-
next. I have not heard anything about this story. Brendan only cares about it, one, because it's Oregon. He's like obsessed with Oregon. And number two, he works on a boat.
No.
And he makes small talk with his customers. Like,
Erica's got a good
it's like
point.
I'm on the boat.
Erica's got a
And
good
he's
point,
like, people
man.
know about it because his customers don't want to be like, we have no idea what this guy's talking about. We feel bad for him. We're just going to go, okay.
Wait, Deez, what did you say your kid's son's team was?
My son plays for Villanova.
I'm a Villanova fan, but the thing is, like, you just watch these videos. They're like,
all right, I'm not gonna lie. To answer Erica's question, I have not heard a single thing about this story, but I will say this: every year there is somebody doing something crazy. Every year there is somebody doing something crazy to like get across from one side of the country to the other in some weird form of transportation. And I guess this year, this guy's just choosing to do like a boat. Last year, there was like a guy walking across the country. The year before that, they sent like a robot, and it got destroyed when it got to Philly. It was just so I don't know, man. I believe it. I definitely believe there's somebody on the boat
where you're living.
Yeah, I believe there was somebody on a boat. I believe Monday. I'm gonna hope he's just not making it up because
No, I believe you. I just don't think it's as widely known.
Oh,
yeah, Monday was like it was on CNN.
Watch.
It was on any news.
It was like, what's that guy's name? Anderson on CNN.
It's the new ALS challenge.
I'm like, yeah, the ice bucket challenge. Like, this guy's bigger than that. I don't
know, man. Hopefully some fans that are watching, man, will confirm this story that you got going.
I think everybody's just worried about him. He like shows videos. There's like huge storms coming by, and he's in like this little sailboat. It's like, dude, I don't know.
So are people watching it to see if he dies then? Because that's kind of morbid. Like, I don't know
what
the point
I hope not. No, I think people are watching it to make sure he makes it there. Yeah. But
make sure he makes it there.
And if he doesn't, are they
if he
like
doesn't,
behind
gotta
him?
save him.
I'm also worried about the cat. Not a cat guy, by the way. I'm a dog guy, but
a cat probably didn't have any choice. The cat definitely didn't have to be there. He didn't have any choice.
It's just him and a cat on a little sailboat.
On a fucking boat, man. I'm a big cat guy over here. Just woke up on a boat.
Deez is a huge cat guy. We're not going down that road. I think that's weird, but the other thing I had to ask, because I'm not married, okay? I've also not been divorced. I've had some breakups, not many, because not many girlfriends or whatever. But like, I saw the other thing that like Dave Portnoy, who owns Barstool, has like his ex-wife who like helped him kind of start Barstool, but they're not affiliated at all. She has her own boyfriend. He's moved on with multiple girls, whatever. He gives her full joint like accounts to the bank account. Like, how would you feel with that as like an ex like wife or husband, like still allowing them to have full access to all your bank stuff? I feel like that's wild.
I don't know. I mean, Erica, how do you feel about that? Like, I don't think, I don't know. I guess it depends on, like you said, like
Well,
if she helped start the company, then I don't know. Like, I feel like this is a good question for Erica though. Like, you all
I
married life,
feel
you
like since
understand how
it's
good.
Dave Portnoy,
Right.
it's like rich people problems.
Exactly.
So he figures by the time I spend all this money in legal fees, you don't know if he has shady stuff in his
Yeah.
background. They're going to find that through forensic accounting. So that's another issue. And then she's going to be even more spiteful. So she could be like, I'm going to take you for this, this, and this. Meanwhile, he's like, I'll split a bank account with you. Like, it's not like she's going to be going out and like buying a house in cash. Because I'm sure for like, there's probably parameters in place, like over a certain amount, he has to sign off, things like that. So
Exactly.
financially, it's
Exactly.
probably for someone like him, good, but an everyday person, no.
No. I,
So,
I was gonna
because
say,
then
'cause,
that person will never get a job again.
Right.
yeah, he says like now, like we're like best friends still, that type of thing. So I don't know. I saw that and I was like, I mean, if I broke up with an ex and got divorced, like they're like no, like ain't
I mean,
happening.
I guess it was just, hey, I don't know, man. There's a
Would you
couple things
change
that go
your?
into it. Go ahead, Erica.
I was gonna say, would you just like change your bank account password from ABC123 to ABC124?
Well, I think I got my card confiscated 3 times this past year, so I don't know what I was clicking on. We're not going to get into that, but yeah. So I'm on my third card, so I don't even think if I had that situation, they would be able to have access. But
I don't think it's too crazy
Speaking of
though.
cards, did you get your real ID?
I didn't get the real ID. When was
What,
that? May 5th or something? You had to do it, or that's Ben's birthday, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
well, you can do your ID whenever you want.
um. All right, moving on. Quick story. I'll make it quick. Today, I was at Wilmington at a place called Restaurant Depot. It's kind of like a ghetto Costco, and right there in Newcastle, Delaware, Wilmington. No, it is. I mean, I like the people there, though. I'm friends with them, and they're all good people.
That'd be great.
But the thing
That
is,
makes it better.
there was an armed robbery like a couple minutes right
People are great.
there. I'm like probably waving to the people like, hey, yeah, you can make the right turn in. And they're like going in and stuff. And they just took down like, the armed car with all the money in it. And they're still on the loose, apparently. And so, like when you get like an Amber Alert and it goes like, like,
Yeah.
missing child, someone abducted, that type of thing. It happened like right after I left there and it said from there. And I'm just watching cops go up and back and forth, like looking for these people.
So you
And
said it's still on the loose?
I'm just like stocking Sprite, it's just like, hey, um, like, I'm not in Oxford no more, but I had to say that because that is a thing that's like making national news.
Right now. Well, all right. Well, speaking of like
Because
people still on the loose.
You know Wilmington well.
Well, oh yeah, yeah. I was down there for any, for any armored truck robberies or anything like that. But yeah, it's not. It's a city. So, but I was gonna say, man. Speaking of people still on the loose, I don't know if you guys heard of down like I forget. It's like one of the southern states, man, like Mississippi or something. Those 10 guys broke out of jail.
Yes.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 10
I
guys
think
broke
it's
out of jail.
Louisiana.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. So it's Louisiana, and they wrote too easy on the wall, like right above the hole that they ran out of, bro. And I've seen it all over Twitter. There's like parlays going on for like how long these like over under 4 days. Like they're getting struck out one by one, bro. There's only like 2 guys left.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, but there's a dude that like gets the one guy. Like he's still alive. He was like, yo, my parlay. It's like a running joke. He's like, my parlay's still alive. Like he's over 10. It's like his thing was like over 10 days that this dude was gonna be loose, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, bro, I'm like, how this is just embarrassing, man.
Did you put a bet on who's gonna last the longest?
Nah, I should have though. They look like a bunch of clowns. They look like a bunch of clowns, let's say the least.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Bet on the Pope.
that's our news segment. Erika, do you want to place a bet on that?
I just wanted to know if Darius put a bet on the Pope.
Did I put a bet on the Pope?
On the Pope?
Nah, I ain't bet on that.
Yeah.
I ain't bet on the Lord.
Well, you know where he went to
I ain't
school,
Rudo
right?
either. Huh?
You know where he went to school, right?
Yeah.
Nah, where?
That's why
Villanova.
Darius' team's going to win the championship.
Go.
He's praying hard for you, Darius.
Let's go.
If you start calling yourself Coach Pope,
might as well.
I'm not allowing that.
Might as well.
I'm not allowing that.
No, man. Everybody think I'm joking, man. If I go and win this championship, man, that'd be back-to-back championships in 2 years that I've coached, and I'm applying for the NBA as soon. I'm about to be a coach in the NBA for sure.
You might have to become Catholic if that happens.
That's all right. Yeah.
Speaking of Catholic, I just want to point out I'm your second back-to-back guest, Sacred Heart graduate. You guys must really like the Sacred Heart peeps.
That is true because we did have Michael Del Sordo on. Yeah. Do you have any any follow-up things to talk about Sacred Heart, or do you want to pass that question?
Sacred Heart. What happened at Sacred Heart?
I worked there, but not for
Sacred Heart was just wild times.
You just want to leave it at that?
Sacred Heart was a school that literally, like, they made everyone leave their other schools because they built Sacred Heart, and then all these kids had to start at school together, like, brand new in, like, 5th grade. Like, I didn't meet Mike Del Sordo till 5th grade. So,
how do you think Darrius would have done at
craziness.
Sacred Heart?
Probably not well.
The funniest part about that is we moved to Oxford, I went to only private schools. Me and my brother went to Christ Our King and Wilmington, and we moved to Philly. We went to Frank Francis de Sales. We've only been there like Catholic schools until we went to Oxford.
Darius would have been pissed because, like, the thing we did the most in gym was ride those little scooter things that you sit on and push with your legs.
Oh, they're still there, the same ones.
They're probably still.
Yeah, we weren't playing basketball at gym or any sports. It was ride your little scooters.
I know, I mean, that little tent game, I don't know what the hell that was, but we played in elementary. It was like, had colors
parachute
on it.
One where you bounce the balls.
It was a parachute thing. Yeah.
Cat and mouse or something.
Yeah, that was pretty lit. And I remember, oh man, one of them schools, somebody had to climb the rope all the way to the top and they fell or something.
I was just about to say that.
I forget who that was.
Was that the worst day ever in gym?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Just
climbed to the top of the damn gym. Yeah.
Did you have to ring a bell?
I don't even know, man. I never made it. I never made it up there.
I don't think there was like any safety to it besides like a little mat at the bottom.
Not at all. Not at all. I tell you, man, early 2000s, man. School in early 2000s was ridiculous.
A little yoga mat at the bottom of like the
like this thin.
It's like, all right, I made it 4 feet. Like, does that count?
Yeah, the highest is like 20.
And then they put that,
feet, bro.
You got to get to the roof of the entire gymnasium.
Yeah.
No.
And they were like, I have a dual purpose for this yoga mat. Let's put it at the end of the basketball court so when someone gets flagrantly fouled and flies into it, they're going to be so safe.
Yeah. So yeah.
Like
It's
GTE,
1 inch of
not
padding
lethal.
will definitely protect
Yeah,
all
it
the
was like an
bones.
inch of pad, like an
Just
inch of padding that's been there for 10 years.
And with the Velcro falling off the wall.
yeah.
Oh my god, yo. Yeah, man, schools, man, they definitely need more guidelines on there, man. That was. Now we think about it, that was funny as shit.
Like
And
that's not
I
allowed.
still
Anymore.
I know we're
Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say I know we're gonna get into the parenting and coaching stuff, but I
Yeah.
just sit back and I'm like, when we were in high school, who thought it would be a good idea to put kids in a school with a rotunda that were like
That was crazy. Right?
hormonal states what it's like. We
We're
got the
chirping.
best spot for a fight, the rotunda. It was
Yeah,
like the
that was crazy.
Coliseum in high school.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it reminds you of. For real. Yeah, that was terrible, man. Freshman year,
Yeah,
I
they're like, we
saw a
have
fight for
this
the first week.
beautiful design. It'll let in lots of natural light and a great spotlight for fights.
Yeah. I mean, it was literally a ring. I mean, it was
Yeah, it was bad. I'd like to stand up top because you
throw
didn't
your
get
lunch
involved in
money
the fight,
down
but you
on
could watch.
bets.
Throw your lunch money down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw your double dog Friday money down on bets. Yeah. But all right, moving on from that, I do want to get into just a couple topics before we kind of get out of here. And one that was brought up was I can't relate, but you two can. And it all revolves around, like you said, Erica, parenting and stuff, and also coaching and parenting and all those types of things and advancing through that. So I'm going to let you guys kind of take the floor here and go along with that.
So the topic is.
Yeah, just parenting, growing up through stages, and then once you start getting into coaching, whether you're coaching boys or girls and all that type of stuff.
All right. Well, I do have a question for Erica though, given that she's on the third child. Do you see a massive difference between your firstborn and your thirdborn? I mean, how old? All right. So I forget, how old's your thirdborn? How old's your youngest right now?
Youngest, he'll be 10 months on the 27th of this month, so almost 10 months old. And then the oldest, she turned 7 in January.
Okay. And your middle is how old?
He's 4. He just turned 4 in April.
So do you, in the 10 months of your firstborn, do you see, what are the differences that you see in as far as their age? All right, so I'm asking this because I'm on my second now, so I'm noticing
Yeah.
the differences between my firstborn and my secondborn, it's just completely different, the way the way my newest one is. So I know it's got to be some differences between the three of your kids at least.
Yeah. So I just think the number one, it's not even a difference with the kids. It's just the span. It's like having a kid that is in first grade and riding the bus and can tell you all about their day to then going back to someone that's in diapers and can't talk to you and you're afraid they're going to start crawling up the steps and fall down.
Yeah.
Having literally baby gates in the garage that have to get installed. That's the hardest thing. It's you're parenting 3 different ways to meet the needs of those different kids. So as soon as I found out I was pregnant with the third, I got the second potty trained because I was like,
Gotcha.
I'm not doing 2 kids in
2 at a
diapers at the
time.
same
Yeah.
time. I just can't
Yeah.
handle that. And then just personality wise, I see a lot of similarities in the baby with my oldest. I just think personality wise, they're always looking at what's going on. We joke they don't miss anything. Meanwhile, the middle is happy go lucky. So basically the first and last are me and the middle stand.
Yeah, right. So like,
Yeah.
what's your perspective on
Poor Dan.
I've like been big on like it was hard for me because like I had to put just with work schedules like nobody could really stay home for too long. You know what I mean? Like we both my job like thankfully gave me like time like parental leave and her job gave her maternity leave for a little bit, but it was like all in all we only had it like for like 3 months total. So like what's your perspective on like sending your newborns or your like your infants into like a daycare?
Well, the reason like our kids are spread out too is all of our kids go to daycare and have went to daycare, and it's literally daycare's so expensive. We knew we couldn't financially afford to send 3 at one time. So it was kind of like once the first was in public school, then we could pay for daycare. Um, I do think that daycare sets them up to socially be ready for school.
Mm.
It teaches them to like deal with a lot of problems that I feel like sometimes when kids stay home with like just their mom and go to like the park and play with like one kid here and there, they're not really used to all that. And especially my middle being more on the quiet side, daycare kind of made him like speak up for himself, or he was going to get lost in a class of 8 or 12 kids. I mean, it was really hard, but at least I knew it was the hardest with Sophia because she was the first. But then with Christian, the middle, at least he was going to daycare with his sister, and then the baby was going with Christian. And we were only on our second daycare. We had like changed Sophia right before Christian was born. So Christian had been at this daycare since he was born. So I think once you find like that good daycare, it's good, but it's not financially feasible for most people, which is kind of crazy.
So
I mean, like,
are you for sending infants even like so do you how long do you wait to send your newborns into daycare?
I had to go back to work like after 12 weeks because my job was only protected because of FMLA. So I sent him when he was 12 weeks old.
Yeah.
My Sophia, I waited till she was like 4 months old because my mom watched her for a month. But then I kind of had that like guilt that my mom was watching her all the time.
Remember
And like
when we did FBLA?
I appreciate all of her help.
Right. No, that's big, man. A lot of people don't have the support system. That's what makes it like that's honestly like the biggest struggle for a lot of people with newborns. Like they don't have a support system. Like so, who has like you were saying, who can afford $500 a week for you know what I mean for like a newborn to go into daycare? So if you don't have the support system, you're kind of stuck between like you're just kind of stuck. You don't know what to do. Like you don't. I was there for that was me and my child's mom for a while. We were just like, oh, we have to switch up our schedules now. Somebody has to stay home. Somebody has to work day schedule. Somebody has to work second shift now. Like because this ain't good. So now I found myself like thankfully he's in daycare now. But I found myself getting off work at 2 o'clock and then watching the baby until she was off work at midnight. You know what I mean? Off her second shift. Like, so it was just like, yeah, I just know it was like hard. I just know it's hard for people. Like, because daycare is like very unaffordable. Like you're saying, which is crazy.
Yeah. And even like we financially try to do things like smart, like you can put money into like a dependent care account and the government allows you to put $6,000 a year, which is like 2-3 months of daycare. Like, thank you for letting me put tax-free money away for 3 months of daycare. That was so generous of you.
Yeah.
So it's just like
like
those little things. It's like we need to catch up with times.
Yeah, like my job offers like a whatever, like the flexible spending account or whatever. And I'm like, they're like, yeah, we'll offer like $1,200 a year in childcare. I was like, oh, thank you. That was like half a month. That's like 2 weeks in daycare. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, like, it was just, but yeah, I'm just like, yeah. So that's like definitely a big deal, man. Like if you don't make a lot of money, like some people are in the borderline too. They make just enough to be out of like poverty, but they make too much to be a help with childcare. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
yeah. And then a
It's a
kicker
bad.
you don't even realize is now that our oldest has summers off and we still have to work, you have to sign up for camps, and they're like not
Oh my
cheap
God.
either.
Just
And I
paid.
literally we would
Crazy.
pay so much money for her to go to camp. It'd be like 9 to 3, and she'd come home and go, "I'm bored. What can I do?" I'm
What
like,
can I
"What are you
do?
talking about?"
Yeah. Why aren't you tired? Why aren't you dead tired? Like, what
Yeah.
are you guys even doing at camp?
I know she wanted me to say like you can watch TV, which like we just let them watch it for like an hour before
Yeah.
bed. But I'm like,
Yeah.
Sophia, we're not doing this. Like you were just at like Westchester University field hockey camp, like swimming, playing field, and I'd be like, I wish that I had all these camps around me when I was growing up. I used to have to drive here for camp.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Yo, yeah. You got
Your
to.
camp's like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
But
No, I
speaking
hear
of
you.
field hockey, oh, sorry, can I go in?
Nah, you got. You're good. Florida's good. You're good.
I know, because I know you guys like try to keep it to an hour, and like a topic I really
Nah,
wanted to talk about
you're
with
good.
you, Darrius, was it's a unique situation, I feel like, when you coach, but especially when your own child's on the team. I give you a lot of credit that you're still coaching your Villanova team, even though your
Yeah.
son's injured. Because I know a lot of people be like, peace out.
His son still plays
Um,
every
You are
minute of
not
the game.
lying.
It forces him to play every minute of the game.
That's
It has.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. You can give if you had
So
something.
like, what made you want to sign? What made you sign up to coach him? And like, how old was he when you started doing that?
So what made me want to start coaching him is, I mean, obviously you guys know I like basketball, but that liking basketball is just one thing. But I had him in. So when he was like 6, I put him in training. There's like an older dude that just like he's specifically trains younger kids. So that's like a lot of people don't want to train younger kids. They're a whole different breed. So I had him in training, and I just couldn't stand like the way this dude was training my kid. Like I could have been wrong though. Like, I'm not even saying like I was always in the right, but I couldn't. I always had an opinion on something he was telling my kid. So like he would tell him something, and I'd be like, yeah, no, just do it this way, yo. Like, and like he could have been right, but I just know like there's I don't think anybody knows their kids better than than the parents. You know what I'm saying? Like not as much as like the sport, but nobody knows the way they learn. Nobody knows you don't like Erica. You know the way your oldest learns better than anybody in the world. I'm sure. So it's like I was like, listen, there's no point in me like disrespecting you, like going against your word. I'm just gonna end up training my son. And I'm gonna coach my son's team as well because like there's times like I felt like I like the certain teams he was on, like coaches weren't doing like what I felt like they should have been doing. Like using him as like he should have been used. Like I'm not even mean like the top scorer. I just mean in general like you know what I mean like use every person as a role on the course. I'm like yo. I just feel like I can do your job. To sum it all up, I feel like I do the job better than the guy was doing. So I was like, let me just go and coach, man. Like, so like I hopped in the league. I hopped in like a local league first, like a small league. I was like, yo, coaching can't be that hard. Let me just try like a small league first. And like my first year, we went to like I just clicked automatically with all the kids, yo, and all the parents. Like we clicked real hard. I was hosting off schedule practices. Like that's how much like I was like invested into this. Like I'm not even sure the league even knew that I was doing it. Like just hosting practices at a local outdoor park. And so first year of the league, like we went to the championship, and I was like, and we ended up losing by 1 point in the championship, and I was like, yo, this is definitely like. I just grew like to love every kid on the team, even like obviously my own son's on the team. So like,
Even
I
my
just
own
love.
kid.
Huh? What'd you say?
You're gonna say even my own kid.
Oh no, I said obviously, mom. Yeah, but yeah. So I grew to love everybody. I grew to love like just the connection you get with like teaching. Like it's nothing more like there's nothing. There's no better feeling than just like teaching something like passing on knowledge. You know what I mean? So and you know it all starts with the kid. It all starts with the youth. So you got to get them in early, man. Like I'm hard. I'm telling you, man. Like I've like. Parents come to me like, "Yo, I'm out there sweating, Erica. Like I'm out there sweating. I'm like yelling at the top of my lungs. Like, but that's
How
just really
many
it's as
t-shirts?
simple as that, man. Like I'm really serious about the like if we're gonna be out there, man. Like it all start like this is just like you can like life and basketball go together, man. Like just play hard, man. Just take it serious and just give it your all, bro. You'll probably be decent. Like seriously.
Yeah. So I had coached CYO. I know Brendan will respect that. I coached CYO basketball and field hockey,
There you
and then
go.
Sophia was born. And I was like, I can't coach other kids while my child's at home. Like, I just feel like a
Yeah.
terrible
Oh
person.
wow.
So, so I stopped. And then we signed her up for her first season. She could like play like actual like rec soccer. And it
Yeah.
was like the same thing. I would watch the games that fall and I just look at Dan and be like, I can't take this.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what are you doing? And they'd all, it would be like 4-on-4 and everyone would be like around the ball. And I'm just like, and then like I start on that following spring, I signed up to coach and like the same thing. Like I just love the girls and I can tell the parents like appreciate you doing it and like building up their confidence. I would just get worried that I was going to get in trouble for some of the things I'd say to them because like I remember I'd have coaches like this one line stuck with me like when someone stops and stares and you go take a picture it'll last longer and I yelled at
Oh
one time I
my
was like oh
god.
gosh I'll get out of here
I definitely
but
slip up sometimes and cuss. Nah, definitely slip
yeah
up
well I
sometimes.
don't
I will
I
be in the
don't do
huddle.
that I just like I like make some like backhanded comments that like we all got when we were like growing up, but like people these days you don't know how they're gonna take it. So you're like, oh, okay, just don't tell your mom. I said, but
Yeah.
We
but I remember
nah,
go
go ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Nah, you're okay.
I had said I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break from coaching soccer this spring because I just like I need a breather. And these parents I didn't even know like cared that I coached were like, you're really not gonna coach? Like they liked me coaching their kids so much because I like made them better, like without
Yeah.
them like putting in that much effort. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. But then someone I knew was like she was going to be a head coach, so I was like, "Can I just be your assistant?" So like I still got to do it, but she got to go to like the info meeting and get the
Gotcha. Yeah.
jerseys, like all that kind of stuff. So speaking of coaching, do you always start your son?
Oh.
He's so let me
Ooh.
no, let me answer it. Let me answer it.
That's a
Let me
yeah.
answer it. And let me
3-point line to 3-point
let me
line
answer it and let me tell you why though. So like he has always started,
because
but
he's
I will
17.
say no, listen, he's also been the biggest guy on the team on every single team.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you though, listen, I will tell you, I looked at him this year before so he he was in the league like he was already registered and he went through like trials and all that evaluations. He fractured his ankle like the day before the league, his first game. So, but I told him I said at the evaluations he's 11 through 13 years old. So and he's 11. And I'm like, man, you got some big kids in here, man. You're not the biggest kid in this league, or no, you won't be the biggest kid on the team. So I'm not. You're not going to get an automatic start, man. Like whether I'm saying, like even if I was a coach or not, he probably would have got an automatic start in his past leagues because he was the biggest kid on the team.
Get
And
him left.
like until you hit a certain age, like being the biggest kid on the team, like you're gonna start. You're jumping the ball and all that. So, but I told him no. I was like, yo, you like don't think just because I'm coaching this year like you're just a whole different league. Like I'm in it to win at the end of the day. Like I'm not one of these people where it's like, oh, it's not all about winning. Yes, it is, man. Like I'm gonna get your kids good, and we're gonna win at the same time. Like what are we talking about here? Like we're I'm saying like
Is this basketball league like one of those leagues that like basically the kids get like half the game playing time? Like I don't know how many like do you have what 10 or 12 kids on a team
yeah.
and they're
So it's
guaranteed
supposed
like
to
a
be
half?
it's supposed to be 10. So yeah, it's supposed to. All right, here's the rules. I'll tell you, this is gonna make it a little easier. It's supposed to, you get every team gets 10. Every 4 minutes of subs, you got to take everybody off the bench. All right, so whether you're everybody's there that game, that's another thing. Like a lot of kids play two sports, so it's just like sometimes I'll have 8, 9, maybe 10. I haven't had a game where I had all 10, so like somebody is playing more than the other. But the rule is at the it's 18 minute, it's 20-minute halves. After 2 minutes or less, you can play whoever. So like that's when you can. It's even all the way up to that point. Like
Okay.
it's even playing time
Because
all
that
the way up
was
to
what I
2 minutes.
was going to ask you. If it was like 4 minutes left and you were down by
Yeah,
4 points, are you
that
just
would
putting in all the
suck.
best players?
Oh yeah, if it's 2 minutes. 2 minutes left, and I'm down. I'm telling you right
You're
now,
going.
like,
So basically, the kids that are not good on your team know they're not good.
and like that's
Why
the sucky part.
Mr. Darius always have me on the bench at the
Hell
end?
yeah.
That's the hardest part about being a coach because, like, man, I want to keep everybody's confidence up at the same time because that's huge too. Like, I don't want anybody to. I don't want us to get a win and somebody lay their head or hang their head because they didn't get the playing time. Like, that does suck. But my thing is like, all right,
Eat
would you
them
rather the kid?
W's.
Would you rather the kid? Here's my logic. Would you rather these kids not get the playing time they want, but when they have the feeling of winning the game, or would you rather these kids not get the playing time they want and still lose the game? Like I'm gonna put who in needs to be put in to win the game, but
Sounds
like
like you're just putting the best players in the game no matter what.
no. Well, the thing is, you can't do that no matter what. That's the thing. Like even if you wanted to, you can't do that no matter what because the rules don't let you. Every 4 minutes, I gotta sub in my bench.
Yeah,
No matter
So,
what.
rules are
No
meant
matter
to be
what.
broken.
say
Yeah.
Every 4 minutes. So I only had
So-
4 minutes out of the game. The whole game. I only had 4 minutes out of the whole
you're
game to
just putting
play
the best
who
people
I
in.
want. That's it. Like if you really put it in perspective, there is times I have to split. But that's what comes into being a coach. I have to split up my team. I'm not gonna have every person I think is the worst on the bench. Like I'm gonna have 3 people probably that I think are my best players. One that's probably just okay, and one that I know is, you know what I mean? Like
One
might
of
not be
them's
the most
always
skilled.
One of
your
them
son if
has
he's
a hurt
healthy.
pinky. One of
Like
them
that's
has
just the
a
reality
hurt
of it, man. I don't know
thumb.
like how to. It's gonna be like that your whole life, man. When you get older and get a job, like somebody's gonna be better than you at your job too. Like I don't know what to tell you. Somebody's gonna get the raise over you. You know what I mean? Like I just don't know what to tell the kids. Like now I'm not a psychologist though, man. I'm a basketball coach though.
You just gonna say, hey, yeah, it
Hey,
looks like you
Does
twisted your
you
ankle. You can't play. We got to play that guy. Yeah,
hey, man.
it is what it
does
is.
your league have a mercy rule?
No, the only type of mercy rule is that you can't press if you're up by 20. We couldn't press in like our first 2 games. we were just destroying teams. Like yo, all right. I gotta lie.
Gary's building a bomb
I
squad
press yo.
over
I have
there.
this one. I have a really good defender, man. And I press him no matter who. That's the thing, man. One rule I do go by is we play to the whistle, man. I don't care. Like I don't. We're doing fast breaks still. We could be up 40, man. My best players are doing fast breaks down the court.
Do you
I
give
don't.
them water or Gatorade after all this?
Man, but I do. At the champion, every time I tell my teams, if we make the championship, we'll go out somewhere to eat or something like that. I did it last year too for them. We
That's
all
nice.
went out.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna take them? Are you gonna take them to that one restaurant and get the kitchen sink?
We're gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but if we do go somewhere to eat, I'm gonna have us all
Okay.
do. We're gonna all do a review. I'm gonna do a review with the whole team
That's
and
cool.
put it on my food review page. So the coaches, I'm telling. All right, Monday. I don't know, Erika. Erika, you already had a taste of it, but coaching is really rewarding, man. Like you will definitely it's really rewarding at the end of the
I
day.
did it at
Would like be a
ABVM
good
first
coach
summer.
right now.
We say.
Yeah, I think you should do it now, Brendan. You'd be good at it.
Yeah, man. You've already worked with
So
kids before. Like you would be good at it for
I
sure.
haven't talked too much, but I
will say this though, Monday isn't.
worked at
I
a
saw a
daycare,
video.
and
I
you
saw a
guys
video
were
Monday.
talking about it.
Oh, Monday. Let me. I saw a video Monday with his
You guys
nephew
have
where
kids and everything, and I'm the one that worked at a daycare.
Monday's sister tried
Have
to
you
hand him his
changed the
nephew.
diaper?
Oh no, hell no, absolutely not. No,
You
no,
saying
no.
Darius Brendan didn't hold his nephew
No,
yet?
Monday's
Darius,
sister
have
tried
you
to.
ever changed a
Monday's
diaper in your
sister tried to hand him his nephew one time, and Monday sent me a Snapchat of it, and he just pat his head. He didn't even grab. I was like, "Yo, stop petting him. I pick up your nephew."
Nah.
Monday doesn't know how to handle babies.
No, I'm not a big baby guy.
I'm not a baby guy.
Yeah.
So you're like a toddler guy or like kindergarten? What
Yeah,
grade?
he's like a kindergartner guy for
It has
sure.
to reach a certain age, yeah. It's like to be like, all right, I can like
Big Penn
be
State
like,
guy.
yo, what's up, man? Like high five. Like babies. I mean,
I get it. No, I
what
get
am I
it, Brendan.
supposed to do with
Get
that?
it. I'm saying like hold your nephew, man.
They're
You don't pet him.
dangerous.
Don't
They're
pet him.
dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
like if you make a mistake, that's dangerous, huh?
Now, I used to feel that same when I had my oldest man. It was scary shit holding him. He's little as hell, but my second man, I'm winging him everywhere, bro. Like it's or he's like
Darius is wearing them during the game. He's in the baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
You all right?
Darius
That's it
is
right there.
insulting the other
When you're
players.
when you're
Yeah.
when you're
This
coaching
kid is better than you.
when you're coaching on the sideline, wear one of those like front straps
Yeah.
with the baby there,
Baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
and just pointing
Man.
at.
So I have a lot of people like
You're
following
in
my
at
North.
center.
I have a lot of people in Norristown follow my review page, man. I had like 10 people say something to me at the game tonight about the food page, about the food review page.
Oh, I thought
was
they
like,
were gonna.
Jesus.
I thought they were gonna say you missed your Tuesday podcast.
Nah.
But actually, I do
Yeah.
want to do. Moving on, I have two more topics before we end this, and this one is sponsored by Deacon Eat, and I just wanted to bring this up, and I think it's a good question, and it has to do with neighbors. So you move apartments, townhouses, houses in general. You move somewhere, and there's like different options. It's like, do you go and bring something food wise to your neighbor or go knock up or whatever? Or does the neighbors welcome you into like the new community with like some type of food? Or do you just do nothing and just never talk to them ever, like I usually do? And like in the case where like you're moving to a new spot, what is the acceptable food to bring to like the neighbor's house as an introduction to the neighborhood or vice versa? What would you say?
Do you want me to go first?
Erika, yeah. Erika.
Okay. So I do live in a neighborhood, and I would say if someone moves in that is like basically you kind of like see their house from your house, like next door, diagonal, that type of deal, then you definitely like introduce
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of weird if they're like on the whole other side and you like walk on down, like, hi. But yeah. So, and like depending on your budget, if you had some money to spend, I would get like a Carlino's gift basket. So I'd get like something like prepackaged, so like a pasta sauce, a spaghetti, that type of deal. Because I feel like sometimes people are weird about food that other people cook. They're like, I don't know what your kitchen
That's
looks
fair.
like. I don't know if you wash your hands. I grew up with a mom that was like Italian, so they were like washed their hands all the time and like cooked really great food. So I always trusted her food, but then other people I was like, oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Um
Jesus.
if you want to
Cookies,
make something
like what if
homemade,
it was cookies?
but cookies get hard because of the nuts, and then if someone's allergic, that's always a big deal. But like a big
Erika's
thing,
throwing away the lasagna. She's throwing
no.
lasagna away.
So lasagna, that's like too long. You do a ziti. A ziti's the nice, easy one to do.
Jesus Christ. All right.
For a new neighbor, or is that what you would give, or is that what you
I
would
would
want?
I would give a ziti to a new neighbor, and
I
also
don't think
that's always my go-to. Like you had a new baby, that type of meal. So
I don't think.
go
All right,
ahead,
I understand
Darius.
the new baby
You can
thing.
eat.
I understand the new baby thing. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying a word to my neighbors until we like run into each other. Like it's just like, all right, man. Like I'm here. You see, I'm here, man. We'll run into each other at some point. But if I were to bring something over, man, I never understood the food thing. Like just
Yeah,
bring something else, man. Like you can bring
like
anything, literally. Like I just moved into a house. There's a million
flour
things you
or
could bring.
something.
Yeah. You bring me a card, like it doesn't have to be a whole meal of baked ziti or a
Or
fucking
big ZD.
or a fucking pie. I'm like, all right, bro. Like you said, Erica, though, like because I don't really trust like eating everybody's shit. So it's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
just
but
like,
what
all
if,
right, but
okay,
man, honestly, I'm not. Yeah, as far as
but
like
what if
introducing
you
myself,
brought it to
not happening,
them though?
huh?
What if you brought it to them and
If
it had to
I
be a
haven't,
food, you couldn't do a card?
if I'm
What
bringing something over, I'm probably just gonna bring like something they could use in their house. That's a good question though. I understand why it'd be
But
food. Food's
something
like an
they
easy
could
go
use in their
to.
house.
Yeah,
It's a good ass question,
not
man. I
like
guess I'd have to, yeah, you're right. I guess I have to
A
think about
trash
it.
can. Here's a new
teaspoon
trash
or
can.
the
Like
best.
it could be anything. Like man, like a housewarming gift. You see what I'm saying? Like anything you would bring to a housewarming party, you wouldn't just bring. Not everybody's bringing food. Like I bring anything, a key rack, anything. I mean, like anything,
No, it's
something that
not
I'm saying, like a
a
housewarming
housewarming
gift.
party. It's knock knock.
A
Hi,
cutting
want to
board.
welcome you to the
Yeah,
neighborhood. Here's
right,
this.
right, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But I get the food thing. I do. Like, don't get me wrong. I do get the food. I feel like a
What
lot of
would
people
you
don't get other
do?
people's foods though.
What would you do, Dare? Come on.
They would do nothing.
I bring them like a welcome mat, man. Like, hey, welcome. Here, throw us on your front. Throw us on your front porch. Welcome. There you go, man. I brought you some. Brought you a gift.
Yeah, chew it up later.
But no, Erica's right though. I would do nothing, man. I don't. You
Just would wait
moved
till
it. You moved into
They're
this house.
gonna
You
wait
didn't
till
give me
they
shit.
recognize him.
Yeah,
Just gonna wait till they come up to him and go, "Are you Darius from Deacon Eats?" And he's gonna go,
literally.
"Damn right I
Yep.
am. You're
Damn
lucky
right.
to live here."
And they're
Right.
like, we want cheesesteaks, motherfucker.
We're gonna egg. I'm gonna tell my kids to egg their house for welcome to the neighborhood, man.
See that, but and that's the way I look at it. Is I would do something nice up front because I'm that parent. Like I feel like there's two types of parents these days. If you like the not my kid and the what did they do? Like I'm always like, okay,
Got
I
you.
know these kids can be bad. So at least if I do something nice to the neighbors up front, they'll like kind of keep an eye on the kids a little bit.
Got you.
Please don't
Yeah.
hit my kid with your car. Slow down.
No, I feel you on that. I am one of them too, though. I'm not like a not my kid at all. I knew what I used to do, so I 100% believe whatever you tell me that my son did. I probably agree with you at first until he like convinces me otherwise. Like because like when he tells me like he didn't do anything in school, I'm like, yeah, all right, man. Like, I was like I was like a piece of shit in school, like giving the teachers trouble. So like, man, you're never gonna be like, yo, it wasn't the teacher's lying. Like, I'm yeah.
What if you became friends with a neighbor that you just met for like a month and you thought they were cool and you found out it was their birthday? Would you give them like brownies or a cake or something?
I give them like
No.
I wouldn't give them brownies or a cake. When's the last time you walked over brownies or cakes to your neighbors, man? Like, what in the world for their birthday? That's the weirdest thing I've ever. Man, if somebody did that to me,
get a happy birthday from some family members. Why was
yeah, dude, I'd think it was weird. Like, all right, man, thank you. How'd you even know it was my birthday?
All I'm hearing,
Fucking
all
weird.
I'm hearing is everybody hates their neighbors.
I mean, neighbors are. I feel like all right. Growing up, man, my parents did have favorite neighbors. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like everybody has their favorite neighbors. It doesn't even necessarily have to be the person right next to you. Like, but like 2 houses down, man, my dad loved this old couple, man. Like, I don't know what it was. He used to like throw his own back out to help the old guy, like cut his grass and shit like that. I'm just like, all right, Dad, like you have a family over here, man. Like, we need you too. It's just like. And like, but he completely skipped the two. He walked across the yard and past two neighbors' houses to get to his favorite. Yeah, I mean, like, and he never talked to the closer one. So I feel like everybody does have like favorite neighbors and shit like that.
Was he bringing him food at all?
Nah, I bring him food. Not bring. That's what I mean, man. I don't think the food thing is that. I think it's like more of like a movie thing, man.
I swear, I've seen.
These are
I've
all
seen
like
people
new
welcoming
neighbor.
gifts.
Oh yeah, Erica's right though. It is like a new neighbor
Yeah,
encounter
like
too.
it's obviously Darius's example of his dad helping the old guy. Like he's known the guy for years. Like he
Right.
wouldn't be going up to the old guy after knowing him one
That's
month
what
and
I'm
saying,
saying.
"I noticed your grass isn't cut. Want me to cut it?"
Right. In fact,
Yeah.
nah, Eric's got a
I
point.
think I'm kind of pissed because nobody's ever done that for me. I don't know, giving me food when I move somewhere.
So did you guys give your neighbors food when they moved in?
I'm talking mostly like state college, so maybe they were like
Well, it's mostly like
all
poor
college kids,
there.
man. Like what the hell?
23-year-olds.
All right, first of all, if any person came and introduced themselves to me in a college setting as their new neighbor, I'd kick him in the face. I don't I don't give a shit.
Darius would say, "Hey, take that lanyard off."
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? I don't give a shit that you just moved into the commons or whatever. Fuck, where.
And No, I'm D can eat, but I'm not trying West.
Yeah, fucking
every other
Ramsgate.
apartment
Everybody moving into
complex-
Ramsgate. I mean, I don't give a shit. Like, you moving next door.
Every other apartment complex is called the Commons.
Yeah, for sure. The Commons.
The comments.
All right. Last topic before we get out of here. Yeah, because I don't want to talk about the comments and that no more. This last segment is sponsored by Arrowwood Landscaping.
Hey.
There it is. They landscape a lot of things: patios, yards, gardens, all that type of stuff. Look them up online. But this segment is about do you guys think, and this is a question I had earlier when I was in the shower, which is weird, but I thought about it and it was like, do you think when we grew up that we actually grew up in the prime era of music, or are we just biased on that? Like those late 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, up to like 2010, like 99 to like 2014ish, like that 15-year span.
I mean,
Or are we just biased?
I feel like I don't know, man. I know a lot of older generations that think like the 60s and the 70s were like the best. Yeah, I mean, like Motown.
I love
Yeah, I
Motown.
mean, like the 70s and 80s with the Motown out in Detroit and all that shit. Like
You're
I
a
know a
big
lot.
Beatles fan.
I don't know, man. Like, I know a lot of people say the Beatles were overrated.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I know Motown's big, but like I felt like that era that we grew up all together in was like it was pretty solid, man. You
So
know,
I feel like we might be biased, like every generation thinks theirs is great, but then if you like I laugh now when I hear a song come on the radio, like 30 for 30. I'm like, there's some D's on that. Like that's the same beat. You
Yeah,
know what I
right,
mean?
right, 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 right. Yeah,
And the like anxiety song, it's the Godier Somebody I Used to
yeah,
Know. Like it's
yeah,
a lot of the songs today are like remixes or remade versions of like the songs we
yeah.
had. Like next will be like We Fly High, but to some other
Do you
right. Nah, you're right. You're
remember like
right.
the Little Wayne, 50 Cent, Eminem, but there was also like punk rock at the same time and like those types of like genres. I was like, man, that was pretty solid back then. And like
Yeah.
nowadays, I don't know. I'm not as much. I've fallen off. I'll say that I've fallen off compared to that. But I think it might be because I'm biased, and so I wanted to ask.
The thing something I think will really either prove or disprove if it was great is the new Little Wayne album coming out. Cause I heard an argument and it was like he's not going to be as good as he used to be because back when everyone loved him, he was rapping about relevant things to us. So
Yeah.
now we're in our 30s, 40s, like
Are we even allowed to say what he was rapping about back
exactly.
then?
Like literally like all the stuff he would say, it's like
The
which
money, please.
my Dan was like helping the kids with something and he said like this is rare and this was like this weekend. I go, yeah, like Mr. Clean with hair. No one knew what I meant. I was like he was like, yeah. But that's like the old Little Wayne stuff that was like funny, but people these days would be like, what is he talking about? So I feel like
Yeah.
that'll be a big test. I feel like Drake's still around just because he like changed up. Like he's
I
nowhere
think
like
Drake still falls into that category, though.
No, you're right though, Erica.
he's
Like he's a Drake. One thing that he's gonna stay around because he adapts to
yeah,
every damn music
like the
type that
braids.
comes out. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, who called my phone? Like who would like all the
Yeah.
things he does
Yeah.
about
Imagine
probably
dropping
like
that. Imagine dropping that in 2010. Like that would have been awful. Like an awful song. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
It is wild how like music kind of changes like over like the years. literally just years, not even decades, but like years.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it randomly, and I'm like, the Carter 3 was kind of fire, but like that might get canceled today for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Yeah, a lot of shit he says is gonna get canceled. A lot of shit in general, man. I mean, shit, Eminem would have got
Just
canceled. A lot of everybody would have got canceled.
everybody would have been canceled, but I don't
like
know.
Pop
I was there
Remix,
for it.
definitely canceled.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah.
Which, wait, I just have a parenting question for Darius. So, being that we grew up with all that great music, do you look for the edited songs when you play them for your son, or do you just let him hear the curse
That's a
words?
good. Nah, I don't. I play like pop shit when I'm around my son. 'Cause I believe that like music you shouldn't play like bad music around your kids and shit like that. Like,
You play
do you let
TikTok,
do you
my
I,
Tasha?
do you what do you all right? What do you do? Do you do you just play the edited versions? I don't even let
Um,
my son listen to like curse words and the shit like stuff like that.
well,
And
Christian's
music.
like kind of at that age where he'll say it all the time if he hears it. So, like, I try not to let him hear it. But like I know everyone has like Spotify music and I
Yeah,
have iTunes. So I make my I listen to my little playlist on iTunes and then I just tell Sophia like if we hear curse words, we're just gonna hear them but not say them.
damn.
So
Yeah,
that's like what I do.
that's fair. Yeah, right. My oldest Darius, like he knows. I don't let him listen to it, but even if it does come on, I do slip up and he hears it. Like he knows not to go around cursing and stuff like that. Now, like I knew it too, though. Like I can't sit here and say I wasn't cussing around my friends and stuff like that. So he probably gets around his friends, and start cussing and doing whatever they do. I don't know. I don't know if he's there yet, but I just know he's respectful.
Oh,
Like
I'm sure he's
he knows.
there.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's respectful enough to not do it around me and around other adults. So like that's the big thing about it.
Keep it on the DL on the bus, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god, yo, I can only imagine. Back of the bus was awful. Yo, back of my bus was terrible, man.
You just brought up a new segment for another episode.
Yeah.
I can't get into the bus situation. That's too crazy. All right. I think we've hit all the topics.
Yeah, man.
Now is the time for all to say what we got going on. So I'll lead off, then Darius, then Erika. And Erika, you'll have your platform to say what you got going on. For me personally, we opened up the boat situation, Coastal Cruises, down in Ocean City, Maryland this past week at Secrets. So that's a lot. I'd never been to Secrets. And yeah, it's that's big time there. So very busy. Go ahead, Dees.
Man, just try and win this championship, man. In the upcoming weeks. School, man. Just finished out the second semester. A little going back first year back at school, so doing that, working towards a criminal justice degree. Shit's hard, man. They're kicking my ass in a criminal law class though, but past that, so on to the next year. See them back in the fall.
Let's go. Don't give it up, man.
Yeah, man.
I know you're crushing it. So don't
Barely.
give it up. Erica, welcome to being on here. Thank you for doing it. And here is your platform.
I
Tell the
just want to
people what
thank
you got.
I want to thank you guys for letting me be here. Definitely breaking glass ceilings, being the first woman on the pod. So thanks for picking me.
There you go.
I don't really have that much going on, like just mom life, working. I'm really bad at social media. Like my Twitter got hacked. Brendan told me, so don't follow me on there. Um,
Yeah, that's wild.
my
Actually.
Facebook name is Erika Beth. Um, Instagram, I think it's Erika Carl Eyes or Eric Eyes Carl. So yeah.
I'll
My
tag you.
only plug is like very random. I do commercial HVAC sales now. So if you work in the maintenance department at like a college or a hospital, something like that, that's typically where I deal with those type of people. So if you need some help with your HVAC or plumbing, let me know.
Commercial too. You gotta be
Commercial.
big.
We don't do any work
Yeah,
at people's
no.
houses.
Yeah.
No small stuff. Only commercial.
No. We leave that for T. Reeves.
Yeah. Oh my.
That's awesome.
Oh.
All right. Well, everybody have to you and your families, have a great Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Drive safe,
Eric,
man.
for being on here. D's,
Love you guys.
send it off.
Hey, here we go, guys. Let's go. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Everybody have a safe week. Win the day, win the week, and we'll see you guys back here in 7 days.
Peace.
Or 6.